You see, when you're making the choice of a life partner, don't be in a rush. Calm down. You know the way you take your time to select your beans. When you want to cook beans, you know the way you take your time to select the beans, separate the stones from the main stuff. That is that you should calm down and make your selection. Everybody is meant for somebody, but not everybody is meant for you. There is somebody rather, and there is a particular kind of somebody that is meant for you. For starters, when you're going to check your bodies, when you've agreed to marry, you're planning to settle down, you're planning to go for your traditional wedding or your white wedding or the marital rites, you know the processes. You go for blood group test, genotype test, HIV test, hepatitis B, and all the rest of the tests. When you're done with that test, there is one, the test that you need to do by yourself, there is one that you need to do by yourself that science may not help you with. You have to help yourself in that choice, in that test. And that is the test of sexual compatibility. See, blood group and genotype, they are not the only thing you should watch out for. I know a lot of people, when they're already frustrated waiting for a life partner, they don't check. They don't have the patience to weigh other options, to weigh other things that may be involved with the person they want to settle down with. They just want to enter, answer Mr. and Mrs. at a go. Calm down. When you have done your blood group, when you are done with your genotype, the next thing you should check out for is sexual compatibility. That is not just the only thing, because there are varieties and ranges of things you should watch out for. Attitude, anger issue, anger problem, hygiene, a lot of things that I'm not going to concentrate on in this video. What I want to concentrate on in this video is sexual compatibility. You know, a lot of times we neglect these things. Women think, every man should know how to have sex already. Come on, they are men now. They should know how to have sex. Nobody taught anybody how to have sex, so that's by the way. Now, that man or that woman may not know as much as you think they should know about sex. Forget all this packaging. Nobody has any prior teaching or knowledge. I'm sure your parents didn't call you and sit you down and say, oh yeah, Chike, this is how you should put it when you are finally married to your wife. And you, madam, this is how you should lie. Nobody taught anybody that. But some of the problems we have in marriage is because women expect that, men should know. They should know everything about sex. They should know how to start. They should know how to end. And then men too feel, she's a woman. She's supposed to know how to, handle a man. Expectations, assumptions. This one will be assuming, the other person will be assuming. And then when the assumption joins assumption, it becomes a disaster. Oh, I didn't even know she doesn't know anything. I didn't even know he knows how to do anything. I didn't even know he doesn't know how to handle a woman. Let me tell you something. There is such a thing as sexual compatibility. Just like we have in blood group, O positive, O negative, and the rest. It is like that in sexual compatibility, in the sense that the man may be A. Now I'm going to grade it A, B, and C. The A is the highest, the B is the average, now the C is the lowest. Now the man may be grade A Often some men, not because we have this assumption that every man is a wild dog when it comes to sex. It's a lie. But that's a topic for another day. The man may be grade A in his sexual appetite. If you're a man with a high level of sexual appetite, please look for a woman with high sexual appetite. Calm down, don't rush. Look for a woman of your type that has high sexual. It's not like you should make it the basis of the person you want to get married to, but these are the things you should watch out for. That's what I'm saying exactly. Now, if a man who is grade A in sexual appetite gets married to a woman who is grade C, you can see the gap. Like, the gap is a whole lot of B. In fact, I think I should add a D, because there are some people that their own is low, then there are some people that their own is lowest. Let me add a D. A man whose sexual appetite is grade A marries a woman whose sexual appetite is grade D. What do you think will happen? She will continue complaining how he's a mad dog who never rests but thinking of sex. And then he will be complaining, she never responds to sex. It's like she doesn't like it. Or is it that I don't do it well? It's like she doesn't. There will be a huge gap between the both. It will just look like sexually this marriage is not working or is dying, because there is such a thing as sexual compatibility. If you're a man with sexual high libido, let me not say sexual high libido, I don't even know if that one is correct, but if you're a man with high libido, you are in grade A, at least try to marry a woman who is grade B. It can match. Don't marry somebody who does not even know that sex is a blessing and complain that she doesn't like sex, she's not good, this and that. Watch out for her sexual appetite. You can ask her true questions. Yes, you can ask her true questions if you want to find out her ability or her appetite, the level of her appetite, her sexual appetite, how much she wants, or these are the things you can find out. I don't say you should go and pull anybody's clothes to find out. Ask her. That is where the communication part comes in. Ask. I know a lot of ladies, especially, maybe, let me not call anybody's name, some people now, where maybe a sin is sex is considered a sin in their church or in their family. Nobody ever mentioned anything about sex. Then I'm not saying some people, because I in fact, some people up to today don't believe that I can never talk about sex, because that is kind of home I was brought up from. But to God be the glory, I'm married. If I don't talk about sex now, who wants to talk about sex? That's by the way. If you're getting married to somebody that is coming from a background where mentioning sex is an abomination, you better know. Don't get married to her and start complaining about sex now. That is a problem. It's a problem. She already sees it as a sin. Unless you want to go into the process, let me not call it long, so I don't discourage you. You want to go into the process of changing her mindset towards sex, making her see that it's a blessing. It was created by God, it was designed by God, the lecture and everything that comes with it. That means you're ready to go into that. It's easier when it's the man who is giving the lecture. Because if it is the woman who is giving the lecture, it's a problem. A woman can be grade A in libido. Yes, don't think it is men. No. There are women with very high libido, and let me tell you, If a woman with very high libido gets married to a man with grade D in libido, there is nothing you will do. Even if she's a pastor's wife, there is every chance she will cheat. I'll continue this video. Please like and subscribe. But I don't want the video to be too long, so I'm going to cut it short, and in minutes later we're going to continue. Please subscribe, please, especially if you want to hear the rest of the gist.